Why, Emily? Why always you go somewhere? Where are you going?
I know. It's a lot of stuff, Choo. A lot of stuff.
All right.
So Choo is wearing the jersey, so you can see.
Nice, Choo Choo.
And it's got a
So, Choo,
patch.
why is it important for you to wear that?
Uh, that's a lot of mean, like that's I really want to say. Okay, I played 30-year baseball. I have a lot of trophy in my career, but this trophy is like means a lot other than baseball, not just baseball trophy, like more like outside the baseball field, community, and then how much think about other people, help the community. So that's is a more like person kind of thing. So I think it's really you can I don't for me like can't value that dishonor.
For you, I know this season hasn't gone the way you wanted it to, and I know you're nearing the end of your career. Not saying that this is your last season, you could still play more, but are you able to better put things in perspective now? Things like this.
Yeah, now I have to continue, more, you know, continue doing it, help other people in the community. I don't know. I don't know, like I talk to my wife and kids. I have a Roberto Clemente, award, but I told them a little bit of story about it. This pretty amazing story, and then I start learn Roberto Clemente's history too. So it's really big deal for me.
Thank you, Choo.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Questions for Choo. Levi?
How have you balanced the? I mean, obviously you're on the injured list now, so it's less of a factor right now. But in the past few weeks, the change in playing time for you this year, as sort of the Rangers are pushing towards this youth movement, and a lot of the younger guys are playing. How have you been dealing with that?
Um, I got 14 years, 14 years playing the big leagues. I have that situation before. That's not first time. I was in young age before that situation. I'm right now. I'm like veteran players. I'm old in the clubhouse players, but I was the same. I was like both sides. I understand both sides, but thing is, you have whatever Udi make the lineups. Got a good lineups. Like you still have a talent. Still have a chance to beat other team. Not just like give up, in the game and then, people think like, where's the lineup? Like not like real looks like real lineups. You have a good lineup still. Udi make the lineups. Young players still you got good lineups. So, yeah. Couple players, even myself, first times, our career, first time that happened. But like, I think everybody's understand the situation. We try help, these young guys play in the big league level and then play every day. How you prepare the game, the big league level, how you prepare the lineup every day. So we try to teach him right way to the, playing the game, and then, yeah, I think mentally you try to teach them more mentally because you have a talent, skill, but you're not ready to play in the big league level. Like mental, like it's hard to get, hard to, play a long time in the big leagues. Because a lot of good players are around here. So you have to teach them right way.
We've heard you talk in the past, and I think it was at spring training a couple of years ago. You said the reason that I work so hard is because there's always somebody trying to take my job. Has that been, how do you mentally sort of come to grips with like, all right, it's these guys, they're the ones coming to take my job, but also, being a good teammate and mentoring and sort of giving the information you have learned onto the next generation of baseball players. Is that difficult to balance those two factors?
Well, I always think about that way too. This is not coming that happen one days. I always prepare that this situation too. Some days, I know this. One season, some days like this gotta happen. I was prepared that. So I'm not really surprised, but still I believe I always say to you guys, I still, play this level, so I can teach, I can show the right way, and at the same time I still keep working on it in my stuff. I don't want to lose anything, so I gotta just, mild injury my wrist right now, but like still work out. I do everything right now because I'm never ever think about finish the season like this. I will come back. I want a strong finish, good finish in the season.
And sorry, last thing, just a housekeeper. Is your wrist going to allow you to come back this season?
Excuse me.
Sorry, is your injury such that you'll be able to return this season?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
100%. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
We are.
Choo, why is it important for you to play again this year?
Oh, every year is important because
No, I mean, you got a bad wrist. You could just, take it to the house and just wait till next year. Why is it important for you to get on the field during the final weeks of the season?
yeah. I never think about finish the season in injury. At least one at bat. I don't know. I tell you guys or not. I think 2016 I have a 4-time injury, hamstring, broken forearms. That kind of injury. Doctor told me, probably earliest days of October, middle October. But I say no because at least one at bat. I want to, regular season. I want to come back. So I think that's the most important for me. Just myself, probably nobody care about it, but for myself, I don't want to finish injury in the season.
Eric. Eric, you got a question? Okay, what else?
Choo, I was interested in your saying that you were in a similar situation when you were a young player. Was there a specific player with Seattle or with Cleveland who was going to lose playing time because there was a kid named Choo who was ready to play in the big leagues?
Who is it?
Was there a specific player
Yeah.
with Seattle or with Cleveland who was in the position that you're in now, who maybe wasn't going to get to play as much because there was a really talented young player ready to come up, and you were the young player then?
Yeah, like I was in Seattle. I don't have much opportunity because Ichiro played right field. So I was traded 2006 to Indians. Indians outfielder. Grady Sizemore played center, but outfielder like Jason Michael. He's played right fielder. But first time I get traded Indians, like we just, like platoon. He played left-handed pitcher. I play right-handed pitcher. But like later on, I play more time. So that's kind of I think like more like process things. So I totally understand. So whatever I see, like I did the same thing at Taveras. Like I saw probably everybody agree. Taveras, how you play, in the big leagues, how you show up in the big leagues. Probably everybody thinks the same way. Like these are future leadoff hitters. You're a switch hitter, both side power, speed, good defenders. So, I just help him, and then same time I want to help the Rangers too. So I'll try to make him comfortable. Only a couple of weeks left in the season. Why not? He's take it leadoff spot, and then makes his experience, making feel comfortable next year or maybe 2 years later. So that's my thing. So I share, with Rudy, and then he understand, and then he changing lineups.
And in Cleveland, did Jason Michael and Grady Sizemore do that for you? Were they helpful to you?
Oh yeah, everybody like Travis Hafner, Victor Martinez, Grady Sizemore, and Sissy Sabathia, Clip Lee. These guys always allow me, teach me, how you prepare the game, how you be good teammates, and how you expect the, major league level. That's what I learned from these guys. So I still remember those guys, and then I always think about them.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, if there's nothing else in English, I'll let Kim ask. Evan, go ahead.
예, 알겠습니다. 그,
Let Evan go, Kim, real quick.
So, you've always talked about leaving the game better for younger players, and you've demonstrated that over and over again. What I'm curious about is when you find yourself in that situation, when the younger players are finally kind of inching up on your job and your contract is coming to an end, how does it affect you mentally inside when it's, it really does, now it's become personal, right? Now it is my job. So how does that affect you personally?
So this is a little bit of like personal like questions, like, but I can tell you a little bit of conversation with Uri. I want to ask you guys. I came from Korea 20 years ago. I think coming to big leagues, everything's easy. No, I have more hard times in my life. 20 years. I live in the United States. So I know, Evan, you ask me a question like this is not easy to give it to other player taking my job. But I don't think I'm losing my job. I still, I can play this level. Who knows? Maybe I have another opportunity next year. So these games, I learned these games. These games, I never know what's gonna happen next year, tomorrow, next week, next month, in the next year. So I still believe that. So through so many hard times, coming to this point, So this is nothing. This is not like easy. You guys know 2015, I was first month, I was worst hitter in the big leagues. I've done it before. I was like, good times, but people always think about good time, but I was a lot of bad time or worst time too, but always through that. So this is really not bothers me, not changing my career. Still I believe I can still play this level. I can still help the team. I can help a lot of players. I believe that. So I think that's part of a process. So I still that's why I understand. I try help. If I don't understand, I can't help them. But like I understand, I help best I can.
Great, thank you, Chu.
All right.
Okay, Kim, go ahead.
예, 안녕하십니까. 일단 그 구단 대표로 상 받으신 것도 한번 축하드리고요. 그 지금까지 상당히 그 어떤 기부도 많이 하시고 굉장히 어떤 좀 자선 노력 그런 쪽에 노력을 많이 하신 거를 생각을 하면 내가 좀 너무 늦게 인정을 받는 게 아닌가 하는 생각이 들어요. 좀 더 일찍 좀 인정을 받았어야 한다고 생각을 하는데 좀 어떻게 생각하십니까?
예, 누군가를 도와줄 때 뭔가를 바라고 도와준 적이 없었던 것 같습니다. 뭐 이런 상이 늦다 빠르다기보다도 그게 사람들의 기억을 한다는 것만 자체로도 저는 되게 감사한 것 같고요. 사실 이런 상까지 사실 바라고 했던 것도 아니고 저는 이제 누군가한테 도움을 줬을 때 그 사람이 그런 받음으로 인해서 행복해하는 모습만 보면 제가 더 오히려 더 행복해하고 그랬던 기억 때문에 또 그런 기분이 아직도 그런 게 남아 있거든요. 그래서 했던 일인데 이렇게 큰 상까지 이제 대표로 이렇게 받게 돼서 솔직히 이거는 뭐 야구 외적인 것 때문에 외적인 거잖아요. 그래서 어떻게 표현할 수 없을 만큼 되게 좋습니다. 예.
이제 올해 후보로 선정됐을 때 나온 여러 가지 활동들 중에 하나가 올해 마이너리그 선수들 도와준 것도 좀 있었거든요. 좀 이렇게 어려움에 처한 선수들을 도와줬지만 또 올해 이제 많은 선수들이 이렇게 경기도 못 뛰고 이제 또 급여도 제대로 못 받고 많은 선수들이 좀 어려운 상황에 처해 있는 그런 현실을 보면서 어떤 마음이 드셨는지.
예, 제가 마이너리그 오랫동안 경험을 해봤기 때문에 그래서 이제 도와주려고 했던 거고요. 그리고 오히려 더 많은 도움이 지금 필요한 시기인데 많은 선수들이 메이저리그 선수들이 좀 이렇게 발벗고 나서서 좀 이렇게 좋은 마이너리그 선수들 좀 도와주는 일이 좀 더 있었으면 좋겠어요. 어떻게 보면 구단의 재산이고 그런 선수들을 잃는 거는 굉장히 안 좋은 일이기 때문에 큰 이제 미래를 봤을 때 많은 메이저리그 선수들이 다시 어렵게 매직 선수가 되어가지고 지금은 또 편안하게 생활을 하지만 그런 때를 잊지 않고 좀 이렇게 발벗고 나서는 선수들이 많이 나왔으면 좋겠습니다.
그 오늘 그 경기는 못 뛰시지만 등번호 21번 선택하셨는데
네.
그 이제 메이저리그에서는 이제 제키 로빈슨 데이처럼 클레멘테 데이도 21번을 이제 여부결번하고 다 같이 달고 뛰자 이런 주장도 있거든요. 이게 동의하시나요?
예, 저는 동의하고요. 많은 사람들에게 정말 많은 교훈을 주는 그런 좋은 선수이기도 하지만 많은 교훈을 주는 그런 선수였기 때문에 저는 됐으면 좋겠습니다. 그리고 뭐 오늘 제가 21분을 뛰고 달고 뛰었어야 됐는데 이 부상 때문에 못 달고 뛴 게 너무 지금 좀 실망스러워요. 예.
네, 마지막 질문인데 감독님은 다음 주까지는 돌아올 거다 이렇게 얘기하셨는데
아니 부상자 명단 올라갈 거예요.
그러니까 명단 올라갔는데
네.
감독님 말은 다음 주에는 완벽하게 회복돼서
그렇죠. 부상자 명단 올라가면 이제 다음 주에는 완벽하게 괜찮아지겠죠. 네.
감사합니다.
네.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We played the pre.